Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is a Tools of the Trade episode. It is a spittoon review, and Snuff Buddy is the spittoon. So I tried, to dig up information on this product. I even went through U.S. trademark sites trying to narrow it down, but I was unable to. It does have a couple things that make me think that it may have been a 1990s incarnation of Spit Bud, but I do not know that for sure. Okay? So this is what you got. You got a, in this case, yellow base, black top and bottom spittoon. The spittoon, the where the spit is going is this yellow part. All right. This product has a couple pros and it has a couple cons. But to tell you the truth, I am still using my Mudjug, the tan one, during reviews and whatnot, but I have been using this thing an awful lot. It does have one particular con that I do not like, but it would seem that that sort of goes by the wayside once you get used to it. So now, those that saw me tease this product last week, whenever it was, will notice that there is obviously a Copenhagen sticker on the product. So, and here goes my nose again. So, basically, this product was sold towards the end of the 1990s. Possibly made it into the early 2000s, but definitely 98, 99. At the time, companies were still putting out stickers as sort of giveaways / promoting, etc. A lot of shops took it upon themselves to open up the packaging of these and add stickers that went with the color combo. Now, these do come in other colors. There's one that has a dark green, I believe, and sort of a brown body. And I've seen a couple others. This one, yellow and black, and the shop owner, whatever shop that may have been, added a Copenhagen sticker, which actually does work with the layout because of the black and the Copenhagen. It actually looks pretty good, and the sticker you don't have to wear. It's like a vinyl sticker, like what they make car stickers out of. So, like, even washing this thing, it isn't affected. As for that is also a sticker that has on this one slight discoloration towards the bottom of it. If you see a line down there, it's just the edge of the stickers changed color slightly. Oxygen, probably air got up underneath that part maybe at some point. So I said in packaging, originally they came like this. At some point now, it's basically a plastic bag, and the opening of the bag is up here, and then a folded piece of cardboard is down over it. Now, closely inspecting this, I can see where it was at some point the staple. There's two staples, one here and one here, but they're not the original staples. I can see staple holes from an earlier staple. It's probably where the shop owner said, hey, you know what? I got these Copenhagen stickers over here, left from whatever, and I got these pretty plain looking spittoons. I'm going to open up the packaging, add stickers, and then restaple it. So this is what the packaging looks like, rather. This one I have in my hand is in still pretty good shape. I mean, even the cardboard isn't really bent up or anything, which is sort of surprising. Now, you could get designs for these. They had 3 offerings: USA, Confederate, and Hunting. So, another thing that one of the things that led me to believe that maybe, besides some design aspects of it, was that it points out underneath the barcode here that it is designed in the USA, but it's made in China. Now, for those that don't know, although they have moved their production to this country after they caught a whole bunch of abuse, Spit Bud for a while there, for probably the majority of its existence until the last like year and a half, 2 years, was designed in America but made in China, and that's why. The other thing here that is making me believe that there may be some sort of connection is this black bottom. Now, on Spit Buds, they don't have a door, and the compartment has a cutter on them, I believe. I have never had one. This one has a door, which is sort of cool. Whether it's really necessary, well, I guess on this it is. On the Spit Buds, there's something that actually holds the can in place, but on this there isn't. But it's a sliding door that slides around the back, and there's the grizzly pouches from the last review 2 nights ago. But see, it just falls out. There's nothing holding the can there. But that is sort of what the bottom of a Spit Bud looks like, if anybody's familiar. If you're not familiar with Spit Buds, spitbud.com, I guess. And also the Spit Buds, besides having plastic that pinches the can so it doesn't go anywhere, they have a cutter at the back. This does not. But it is sort of cool with that door. And in a way, this could be repurposed, because one of the big drawbacks about this is it's a little top heavy. Okay? So you have the compartment at the bottom. All right? Then you have a straw. This is set up like a 1990s like sports water bottle. That is the straw. Yeah, it's sort of a little goofy, I will admit. And yes, there is a problem with it. But there is also a big pro. And the pro here is that there is no funnel. So you have the straw, and when I bought this online, like, they give a fairly good description, but, they don't tell you everything you're wondering. And I was thinking the whole time, man, I hope there is a air hole besides the straw, or it's going to be impossible to get something down that. But there is. There is an air hole, and you can probably see it because it's showing the yellow plastic. Do you see that right there? It's a tiny hole, and it's rubber gasketed around it on the outside. So when this straw closes, if you're familiar with the sports bottles, it closes the spout. But the spout also goes down on that hole onto the rubber gasket, and the thing is basically completely sealed. Okay? So, what am I talking about with a funnel? Okay, so with a Mudjug, okay, you have a funnel. And let's use the Mudjug roadie as an example. So let's say this is, the yellow is the height of the roadie, but you have the funnel in it. And the funnel is that long. So the funnel comes down here, let's say, on it. Okay, the roadie is the yellow part of this, and the funnel comes halfway down it. From there down is all the liquid that roadie can take without tipping it on an angle so it'll take more. Okay? So the funnel, even though it's not taking the whole upper half inside up, you can only fill it reasonably up to the end of the funnel spout, which is somewhere like around here. With this, there's nothing going down in it except for that nub there, which is the bottom of the... See that felt sealing off? I don't know if you can see that actually. That's the mechanism right there. That's it sealed. There's a gasket on the inside around. but there's nothing there except for that nub that comes down just slightly lower than the lid itself. So basically, this whole deal can be filled up to that nub that is in front of my cheek right there. In practice, what does that mean? For that, because I have one next to me, I will use this. Mudjugs are weighted, something that this does not have. The weighted thing is good, but it takes up space. There's a weight in the bottom, and it takes up a little bit of space. Then this funnel goes down to about here. Now you got about that much space in between the weight at the bottom and the end of the funnel. Now, you can hold it on a side and get more in there, but really, if it's sitting straight up, when the liquid gets up to the tip of that funnel, the Mudjug is full. And I will tell you, because I pulled out the measuring cups today and I checked this out. This will take about 6 ounces, give or take. If you tip it a little bit, it'll take some more. I'm not quite sure what they advertise these at. It's probably 6 or 7 ounces, I'm guessing. Really, to be on the safe side without having anything rising inside the funnel, 5 ounces. Okay? 12 ounces. Let's say the safe side so you don't get that nub covered in any way, 11 ounces. It still holds twice as much as a Mudjug Classic. Now, I'm using the Classic as an example for this part because I did not run a test on my roadie. The reason why is the funnel of my roadie, I hacksawed off that thin part at the bottom. So I actually added close to an inch in space inside my roadie. So my roadie holds more than a normal roadie would. All right. So basically, this is holding more than double the amount, which is a good thing. But it is also a problem because this is not weighted. Now, these were meant to be in hand or in a cup holder. If it's in a cup holder, it's probably fine. The only problem with that is this bottom part here it seems a little bit over-engineered. Now, it's being held by 2 of these, which are like the plastic world's version of rivets. How strong they are, I do not know. But putting it in a cup holder and taking it out of a cup holder repeatedly over time, I can see this part going. Not saying that it definitely will, but I could see it. Partly because in front of this door right here, there is a lip. Okay? And this door is not by any means real sturdy. I'm not worried in home use here at my house. Not overly worried about it. It'll be fine. It is fine. It works great. I actually use this for chew a lot just because it holds more. But I don't know if I take this out in like a work scenario with me. The top part is sand. Strong as any other spittoon. This bottom part, questionable. Plus, this isn't weighted. Now, it's going to have to fall a certain way to get out. Number one, okay, nothing. There's 2 things when it comes to spilling things you need to know. 1, nothing is spill proof. And 2, never underestimate, against all odds, a person's ability to spill something. That said, if it was to go over, I don't think anything's coming out that small hole, especially with the rubber gasket around it. It's going to be having to fall in a certain way to get out the spout. With the spout closed, there's nothing getting out of there because I've tried. So that's okay right there. Spill-wise, the lid is screw down, okay? There's no pop off. It's an easy screw down. But see that white there? It's a gasket. Okay? There's nothing getting out of this. My only drawbacks in my mind are the strength of this bottom part staying on it in a field situation, and the fact that it's not weighted. Now, an interesting idea that I thought of, but I haven't actually tried it out. I was thinking about packing like damp sand into an old dip can and throw, because dip cans hold they're pretty tight in there. And seeing how much that would weigh it down, I don't know if anybody really wants to go to that extent. It's a nice product. I'm not quite sure why this isn't around anymore. It's nice enough that I'm not quite sure why this didn't make it. And there could be any number of reasons for that. Maybe Spitbud is the new version of this. I don't know. I couldn't find out. God knows I looked. 3 different occasions, one time for an hour and a half. So, there are drawbacks to it, but there are some serious pros to it, and the amount it can hold is a big one. I mean, close to 12 ounces, or let's say 11 ounces. That's cutting out a trip to clean out your Mudjug. You know, it holds double the amount. So, I would love to know more about this company. I'd love to know why it's not still around, but it isn't. The other good thing about this color, and part of the reason why I got this color, because I was sort of betting that it would be, real easy to clean out. Doesn't even have the rubber weight thing at the bottom, so it's super, super easy to see what's going on, and you can probably see my thumb. Super easy to clean out. The whole thing is it's a solid product. I just question the strength of this bottom part, and since I'm never going to buy another 2 of these again, I'm not going to test the strength of it. But I don't know. These literally look like hollow center rivets to me, only they're plastic, obviously. They do not go through into the upper part, by the way. There's not a hole into the upper. They're attached to a bottom rim that's slightly thicker down here. It's just cool. I even like this thing. I mean, it's sort of, you know, I don't know how much of a point that is, to tell you the truth. Like, but it is sort of cool with the door. Without the door, I think the Spit Buds, I've thought about doing reviews before of them, but I think that just looks goofy at the bottom of them. With the door, though, that sort of completes it, I think it's better. Personal opinion. So, I'd love to know more about the company. If you do know more, or you remember it even, leave a comment in the comments section. But all in all, couple drawbacks, couple of real pros. Well, one real big pro. The amount it holds. All right? And there is one more drawback, and I will keep this quick because we're heading on 20 minutes. At first, it's a drawback at first. You get used to it after a while. It's not like a bottle top like the Mudjug Stealth. You got to put your lips around this. If you're not used to that, and you don't get your lips sealed around that, you can spit down the outside of the straw. Happened to me a couple times when I first started using it. Hasn't really happened since. It was one of those deals where I wasn't really paying attention, but most people are not used to any straw type deal. It's sort of along the lines of the Stealth, but the Stealth is a bottle top. This is a lot smaller than a bottle top, and you're not doing like a top lip over. If there's a crack at the side of your mouth, you will spit down it. That said, I like the thing. I was happy with it. I think the shop that, or whoever did the Copenhagen sticker, nailed that pretty good too. So, that is that is Snuff Buddy, not Spit Buddy. This other one will be going on raffle in 2 days' time. The minimum for it will be around $2. Not, you don't make sure it's $2 to just $2 and whatever PayPal takes. I didn't feel that there was a lot of interest in it when I teased it the other week, number one. Number two, there's a lot of stuff going on around, and I am expecting low turnout, which is fine, but I'd like somebody to win it. I don't need two of them. Retail-wise, online, if you can find one of these, which you probably could if you went looking, they usually retail at about between $16 and $20, and it's usually about $5 shipping and handling, just to let you know. Around $2 will get entry. I do take entries early, of course, but there will be an opening video for that come Thursday after the Chew review. I do hope you all are well. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.